it's very disheartening that this young man lost his life and his legacy is being marred by lies and grifting.
New at 9, parents of Nolan Wells' friends and local officials were reportedly sent notices of intent informing them to expect lawsuits in connection with the investigation surrounding Wells' death.
I want to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're looking for an energy drink that's clean, 75 milligrams of caffeine, nootropics that help you with focus so you don't crash and have all that crazy stuff in your drinks. You don't need to do that. That's over time that's going to destroy you. But we didn't just create an energy drink because we care about your overall energy and health. So we created an energy drink and a night drink. One that helps you go to sleep, wake up with energy, and the other one gives you sustainable energy throughout the day. So if you're looking for a company that agrees with your values, American-based, American-made, American customer service, look no further. ShenergyLife.com has you covered. And then we have a money-back guarantee. You take the product that don't work for you, we'll get your money back. All right, let's get to the Nolan subpoena update. So we've been privy to this for a while. We saw the writing on the wall. It's very disheartening that this young man lost his life and his legacy is being marred by lies and grifting. Nolan Wells, this is the thing that kills me about what people say about Nolan. White man bad. These white boys are evil. They had killed Nolan. The history of racism in Mississippi. But Nolan didn't think they were racist, did he? Did Nolan think they were these people? Clearly he didn't. These were the people he kicking it with. Show me the picture of him and the other kids on the lake. He with these kids. All his pictures on the lake is with them. They the ones said, come back with us. We got to leave. We need you to come back and get on the boat. He said, no. Y'all don't question the other friends out there? What about his black friends? Did they make sure he get home safe? Oh, they don't count. Because you need it to be the white boys. White man bad, white man bad. Y'all got a clip out right now. Playing a clip, putting fake words on it. Nolan, is he dead? And then y'all have witnesses and evidence that people have seen Nolan alive on the island far after Warren them left. And now what you gonna do with that? You're going to double down and say people getting paid to say that. You can't make this stuff up, man. Let's get the first clip rolling.
New at 9, parents of Nolan Wells' friends and local officials were reportedly sent notices of intent informing them to expect lawsuits in connection with the investigation surrounding Wells' death. According to our media partner, the Sun Herald, those letters were sent by a Richland law firm, Carroll Bufkin PLLC, who is working alongside civil rights attorney Ben Crump. It is unclear at this time who exactly received these letters, but we do know they instruct recipients to immediately preserve all evidence in their possession in its original form and directs those recipients to suspend any automatic deletion or overwrite functions that could destroy evidence.
Y'all, this is all a media play. If somehow these boys were to have been responsible, you think 2-3 weeks later, you're going to send out a letter for them to preserve what evidence? If they really did this is a waste of your time and resources. If you're going to send a notice to them to preserve documents and all this other stuff, it's 3 weeks later. If they are such calculated murderers, they've had 3 weeks to concoct this. They'd have got rid of that stuff. You have no evidence available to you. But it's all games that they play because people want money out of this situation. I'm not really convinced yet that the parents are as malicious as Benjamin Crump and them are. I think they're being manipulated by Benjamin Crump. I think they have a checklist of this will get you the most money. Why are you suing kids with no evidence that anything happened? What we have no evidence that any wrongdoing happened. It's still open to this point that Nolan could have just drowned. But when you looking for a paycheck and you're not looking for justice, these are the things that you do. On the day of his funeral, this document came out. The day of his funeral, they filed to establish an estate in his name. Why would they do that? I was told they do that so they can then sue for wrongful death. Why in the day of his funeral are you trying to do this? The boy can't even be put to rest. This is the thing that bothers me because all of this is unnecessary, isn't it? If my son were to go on a trip with his friends, and they clearly are his mother freaking friends, because he kicking it with them. He ain't kicking it with these other boys. He kicking it with the white boys that you swear aren't his friends. Okay. My son go with his friends. He don't come back, he's dead. His friend's mama reach out to me. You telling me I'm gonna talk to Benjamin Crump before I talk to his mama? Benjamin Crump can't do nothing for me. He ain't there. He wasn't with my son. His son ain't connected to my son. His friend's mama is gonna do more for me than Benjamin Crump can. Why won't you talk to his mama? And say, all right, let's talk. Hey, where were your son them at? I need the cell phone. Can I at least look through their cell phone and make sure? Now, if you do that, and mama and them go, no, you can't look through my kid's cell phone, then you could start questioning. But for the mother of Warren, his stepmother, and his real mother, to reach out to you and you don't even talk to them at all, and they could be holding the key that can help you find out what happened to your son, that to me just doesn't sit right. I would never have my son die, and I'm like, the kids he was with, parents reaching out to me, and I'm like, no, I ain't talking to y'all. But I want to know what happened to my son, but I ain't talking to y'all. And I'm not saying it's them. I think that these attorneys are telling them not to talk to him because they need to bolster this idea of racial tension so they can make as much money as possible out of this. Because there's nowhere in the world I wouldn't be calling these people on the phone. No. Where your mama at? Put your mama on the phone. Hey, look, my son is missing. I need some answers. Can I come by the crib? I need to come and look through some stuff. Who's the last person to talk to my son? I'm going to come get his phone myself because I'm going to need to talk to people. We need to figure out where you at, what time, who's seen him, how often you see him, who was he with, what girl, what's her name, what's her number, what her social media look like. I need to find out everything I can because I need to find out what happened to my child. Not that I'm going to go retain Benjamin Crump and they got to take 6 to 8, 10 months to get this material in their possession. This whole time you could talk to the people that you think were responsible. All of them reached out. Warren reached out. Trayston reached out. Warren parents reached out. I think some other parents reached out. And this whole time, where people in press conferences crying about what happened to Nolan, and you not even, Benjamin Crump could go talk to these people. Why he haven't? I just found out Benjamin Crump getting ready to do an interview on somebody's show. We sent them a letter and Benjamin Crump said, oh, they're not doing interviews no more. Well, what's the truth? And then people get mad at me. Oh, you do. I tried to talk to Benjamin Crump. They don't want to hear what I have to say.